I'm glad you asked. No, if you listen to what I'm about to tell you. This is our last parts one because we just don't have any more time. This is one of their favorite ones. Hopefully you guys have learned by now that I actually really do know what they put on the tests. I hope you paid close attention to my practice exam. Number 16 and 20 especially. You writing that down? 16 and 20. If you can't remember the numbers, it's the only two that ask for the volume between curves or the volume of revolution. Okay? The volume of revolution. Those are ones that were actually on past exams. You know, I don't see any good reason why not.
Did you write that down?
Okay, here's the deal. If we put this video on YouTube, do not send it to the teachers and give you fired. But I don't think you do that anyway, so I'm not too worried. Okay, ready? Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you like me. Okay, guys, here we go. Ready? LNs. If I was going to do parts with this, okay, I could either do U sub or parts. Whenever I have an LN, those are my only two options. This isn't a U sub because it's not divided by an X. Do you see? It's kind of tricky. Yes. When we have an LN, we can only do U sub or parts. This is not U sub because it would have had to be divided by an X. Okay? Amanda, you with me? I'm glad. Okay, so I need to do integration by parts, which means I'm going to use columns even though I'm not supposed to with LNs. I'm going to show you how to use columns with LNs. Now this one's extra tricky because it doesn't seem like there's a product. I'm going to just put a 1 right there. I'm like extra echoey in this spot. Better? Better. Doing like the wedding march. Anyways. I thought it was funny. Okay, we've got the ln of 5x. What's the derivative of that? Why is it 1 over x?
Because you times it by the derivative inside.
It's because the 5's cancel. It'd be the derivative of the inside over the inside. And now this side's tricky. It'd be 1 dx. The integral of 1 is just x. Now you don't actually have to put the dx there. I just think it helps me, but maybe it doesn't help you. Is that okay? Now I do the plus, minus. Now this is going to work every time with your ln. I'm going to multiply across so that I have x ln of 5x minus, and then when you multiply straight across, you integrate what you multiply straight across. So this minus 5 over 5x times x. Oops, you know what? I gotta write big. I forgot. My buddy in the back can't see it if I write so small that I can't even read it. 0? What are you talking about? Oh, I know what you're talking about. You want to know why I'm not taking the derivative to 0, right? This is, for ln's, it's called a forced stop. The derivative of ln is never going to go to 0, right?
Yeah.
So what we do is we just take one derivative and one integral, multiply diagonally, that's our first term, and if we multiply straight across and integrate, we get our next term. It's the same thing as doing u and dv. The only reason I'm showing you this is because people, if you like one method and you get used to that one method, I think it's easier to be able to use that same method for everything than having to keep all the methods straight. Is that okay? Yeah, John. Negative. Yep, totally did. Ready? Oh yeah. I'm going to in just a second. Okay, you all with me? Isaac?
So the sign's always going to be add. Usually add, but this time it's negative because 5 or 5x is negative.
Sure. I don't know what you're asking. I'm just going to go. Okay, this 5 cancels. This x's cancel. These x's will always cancel. Always. You should always have an x cancel with this ln x one, okay? So that I still have an x ln of 5x minus the integral of dx. Because everything canceled, right? So I just have 1. So maybe I should write a 1 there. What's the integral of 1 dx? Beautiful. Okay, something I want you to notice, which they're never going to tell you, but I want you to see. The x in front of the ln always has the same power as the minus whatever x that is. They always have the same power. That was weird. Don't stand close to the board. Reverberation, what a good word. Okay, I feel like I'm studying for the GRE again. Okay, 1, the coefficient here is 1 and 1. The denominator, like if this was a half in front of this x, this would be a fourth. It always gets squared. We can do another one in a little bit. I want to do other types of problems first. Is that okay? Yeah? I want to spend, actually I don't want to put that board up. I want to do area between two curves, because that's the next one I see the most people mess up. Who understands the difference between parts and U sub? Who feels like they can confidently get at least tell which approach they were supposed to use on the test? Okay, you ready? I have a tricky one. This one has been on every test I've ever seen. Are you paying attention? Yeah? Eric, you say you can do it? For some reason, they just throw in a y. Like it's y's now all of a sudden instead of x's. Okay, this one is on my practice exam. I just finished writing up a trig integral sheet and a U sub and a part sheet for you guys, which I will scan and email as soon as I possibly can. Which I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm doing my best. I only have so much time in my life. Okay. Parts or U sub? Who says parts? Who says U sub? Who's too scared to vote? Who says you can use either? Ooh, tricky, tricky. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's only a U sub. You ready for it? It's tricky. Now here's what everyone messes up. I need another color. Do you remember the rules I gave you for U sub on how to pick U's? So we wanted to find, do we have any logs? That's our first priority. That's our U if we have it. Do we have any exponentials? Yes, we do. If we have exponentials, the whole power is our U. I want to be clear. Actually, I'm going to actually be even more clear. I'm just going to change the color. Don't worry, guys. It's only that square root of y. It's not that one. Tricky. That's where most people go wrong on this problem. You ready to keep going?
Yeah.
It's okay. He just got engaged. It's probably his girlfriend. Oh, fiance. So, actually, I don't know if you guys know, I'm a master's student for molecular biology. I do cancer research, and he actually just joined my team for cancer research. He's one of my people that I send around as a slave. He's actually really, really good at it. I don't mean the slave part, I mean the biology part. That sounds so wrong, and I'm on tape, which is great. Oh, that's supposed to be a DY. I hope that you guys don't mind. I get bored if we talk about math for 2 straight hours. So